Teach to the test. What does that mean? It means our whole learning process is geared towards the test you're going to have to take to measure, because tests measure, to measure how much you've learned. Test-taking skills. We might as well teach those because that's the surest way to, more than knowledge, to ensure high test grades is make sure that you're good at taking tests no matter what the subject matter is, especially multiple choice. You can tell, always choose C. There's, that's kind of the old aphorism is always choose C. When in doubt, choose the C. And I've done that before, and it is a test-taking skill. It's kind of a tongue-in-cheek one. But the point is, there's more to tests than just knowledge about a subject. A lot of it, and I studied with a guy at Brigham Young University, or was taught by a person who was trying to take test-taking skills out of the equation because he thought so much of tests that are supposed to measure knowledge just measured, in fact, how good you are at taking tests in general. So let's transition to Naruto here because Naruto, the Last Airbender. Oh, wait, he's not. That's Avatar, the Last Airbender. Naruto, the little, believe it, that guy with the headband. If you're my age, you saw some kids wearing the headbands, and I didn't get the appeal until later. But I did see enough of Naruto to say, hey, this TV show has some depth, and I will never forget the most important episode I saw. He was, as far as I understand it, Naruto wanted to be a ninja, right? That was the thing. It was the cool thing. It was the BA thing. It was the way. Everybody who's anybody wants to be the best sort of chakra fighter they can be, and here's this way to do it. And there was an entry exam in this Naruto show. You had to sit for a test to see if you could be accepted into the program. And pretty soon, Naruto realizes through discernment and through his extrasensory capabilities, extrasensory perception, his ESP, whatever it was, his eyes, his mood, however he detected his surrounding, he realized that in this test they were trying to take to become ninjas, that the questions were impossible. And the only way to succeed in this test was to copy off a couple planted people who had the right answers. And your actual goal was not to know the answers to the question, but to be able to cheat off someone who can without getting caught. Use your ninja skills to cheat on somebody else at a desk, at a separate desk, who has the answers, cheat off their answers because they've been planted without getting caught for cheating. It's beautiful. It's very smart. It's exactly what ninjas should do. And I forget how Naruto reacted to that situation, but I found the principle so enlightening. I was like, they're not even trying to test for knowledge. They're seeing if you can cheat and get away with it. And yeah, they're training to become ninjas. So first of all, the first thing you have to do is find out that I'm not going to be able to answer any of these. The second one is that other people are cheating and that they're cheating on somebody who has the answers. So he understood the situation, much like other people did. And so if you're just trying to use your knowledge that you have to answer these questions, you're not going to become a ninja because stealth and deception are big tools of ninjas, obviously. They've got to get what they got to fulfill their mission, whatever means necessary, even if it means taking knowledge from somebody else. So test taking skills, that's a broad example, right? It's like he knew he needed to cheat, and that was the real measure of the test. College, for example, it's like, who was the first president? George Bush, Bill Clinton, George Washington, or Barack Obama? It's like, well, I know those guys are more current and that one's more later, so even though I'm not for sure who the first president was, George Washington sounds like an old name. So he uses like reasoning to get to the right answer more than knowledge. And so tests that measure aptitude or intelligence or skill are a tricky subject, because a lot of school is tests, and we're supposed to be testing knowledge. But a lot of these tests are just saying, how good are you at taking tests in general? Because if you're a good test taker, you're probably going to do good on tests, whether you know the knowledge or not. The end.